Hello, friends. I wanted to share a little more of what feminine energy means to me, and even this contemplation of what an empowered woman is. Because in today's day and age, the examples I see, a lot of them look like the footsteps of an empowered man. And the world as we know it is a man's world that's been created. So really this essence of the feminine energy kind of has lost itself, and it's recovering and it's unraveling and it's finding itself again. And we all have feminine energy within us. And also being in a woman's body, it seems like that really wants to come through. And I can speak from experience where I actually have a lot of fire energy within me. And that energy can come through as very masculine energy. So even though I may look quite feminine to you, it has taken me a long time to unravel, unleash, being able to let go and surrender, lean in more into this trust and safety that the feminine energy is really required, this trust and safety, in order to come through. And a little story time. My life changed yet again in the most profound and drastic ways 3 years ago. After it crumbled down every area in my life, I went to Costa Rica and I had an incredible deep awakening there on a whole other level. And it was this feminine essence that was birthed for me. So the nature there is so alive that we have no choice but to be receptive to her and to listen. Her presence is so all-encompassing. It really penetrates our being. It's asked of us to slow down and listen. I got to connect with my joy and my heart when I spent 5 months there in Costa Rica. Really to discover what my true joy is, and to really give myself the permission, the time, and every day spend time and energy towards my joy. And for me, that was movement, dance, it was singing, it was going to the river, going to the waterfall. It was really just taking my time in the mornings, breathing, taking breaths, witnessing nature, witnessing myself, being slow and steady and being receptive and listening. So realizing that really the feminine essence that was coming through was my natural essence. I really wanted to burst through. And the other aspect of it, that fiery energy that I speak of, has its time and place, but really it's not meant to be the guiding force. Once the nervous system is regulated, is at rest and ease and safety, then the inspiration, the motivation, the action is aligned, it's inspired. It's not coming from rigidity or pushing or trying to be in control. It's a very different place. So this feminine energy unleashing Costa Rica really was facilitative for this. It was the land and also the people there, the community, that really was meeting me in my authentic expression, was really focused on authentic expression, on freedom, on unleashing the layers, the masks, the belief systems, the stories that we can put on and believe that are ours, that is our identity. So this feminine essence is the listening, is the slowing down, is the taking breath. And nature shows us, nature ways are our ways. In the listening, in the gaps, in the spaciousness, our intuition resides. This inner voice, the source, God, divinity, whatever you want to call it, that is always here, that wants to come through for us, to really hear it. That again is not based on any conditioning, anybody else's voice. It's something so beyond. But we really got to feel safe and secure in order to be receptive to that voice. That feels to me like our foundation base. And as we all have the feminine energy within us, once this is established, then the masculine, then the intentional, fiery, focused mind can come through. It can be directed properly, though. It's no longer scattered, no longer confused or lost, because it hasn't cultivated this safety and security as foundational base. So this has been a lifelong lesson for me to surrender and let go into this receptive feminine essence. And I have created this space for myself again and again to prioritize that. Because this is where my true beingness becomes. And then whenever my doing comes, it's effortless, it's spontaneous, it's coming from a deeper space, this inner well of inner connection with my own being, and through this, with the greater cosmos, with God essence. I am awareness, consciousness. And then the physical reality naturally unravels itself. Thank you, Costa Rica. Thank you, Pachamama, for activating this remembrance for me, where nature is more present than human beings. And because of that, we're asked to listen to her ways, to nature's ways. I have felt inspired to create a retreat there this February in Costa Rica for women specifically, just to cultivate this feminine essence, as I really feel like more women are meant to come through in a different empowered embodiment of what a true feminine essence is when it's embodied. It comes from a different place. And I just feel it's in my service, it's in my purpose to bring this forward to more people and to the earth. So maybe naturally it shall unfold and it shall spread and unravel into this world that is more man-made, to have its polarity, the feminine essence, to come through, to have space to come through, so then a healthy masculine essence can come on board. It's not about from patriarchy to matriarchy. It's about a dance of polarities that are in union, that are in synergy. The feminine in its essence, then the masculine can be in its essence. The more feminine is nurturing and self-loving, the more the masculine can also feel like it doesn't need to compensate anything or prove itself. It can come from a place of nurtured and loved human being that can show up in the world in a very different way. not from a place of lack and seeking, but from a place of love, care for its community and its people. So I do see the feminine and masculine energies as polarities, as what this world is made of the Shiva and Shakti. And the more the Shakti can come in her freedom and wild expression, the more the Shiva consciousness energy is properly directed. It's aligned with consciousness, it's aligned with God. It's no longer seeking or lacking in the external, seeking for proof or validation. It's found within. So it's really this inside out cultivation that is meant to happen. If any women are watching this and want to know more information, I'll share below. You can message me privately on my email. We'll be giving more information this coming Wednesday, the 20th, for this retreat in Costa Rica. And really, it is time. It is time to prioritize our inner world and our self-love, care, consciousness, awareness, presence, authentic expression, authentic voice. Everything else will then fall into place. I really truly believe that. And it's in direct correlation and relationship with the earth, with Mama Nature. We're meant to be her stewards. We're meant to slow down and be in her rhythms and cultivate all of this. So thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the inside.